Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. As always, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today we're looking into Avalanche, more specifically the Avax coin. Avax is currently up 26% in the last week. Bearing in mind we have seen a bit of a dip down now from the high that we saw at $61. We're currently sitting around $54, chilling at a market cap of $20.54 billion, which puts it ninth highest overall, excluding stable coins. We are also seeing some very respectable 24-hour trading volume, which is actually almost half of what BNB is doing right now, despite Avalanche having a significantly lower market cap. And BNB doing very well itself over the last week or so. And I have seen that 24-hour volume up as high as 2.5 billion just a couple of days ago. I'll definitely be interested to see how Avalanche stacks up against Ethereum and Solana in this bull run. Which, by the way, I've said this a million times already now, but I think it's important to mention. This is the first time that we've seen a bull run start before the Bitcoin halving, which isn't for another 32 days yet. As for what difference that will actually make to this cycle, that remains to be seen, but it is definitely something to keep in mind. Anyway, for those of you who don't already know, I'll quickly tell you the basics. Avax is the native token of the Avalanche network, which is one of the most popular Layer 1 networks. It's a fast network, relatively low fees, generally around 8-cent fees, quite low compared to some other layer ones, but not necessarily the lowest. Avalanche comprises of 3 blockchains: the exchange chain, where assets are created and exchanged, the platform chain, which coordinates all the validators and subnets, and the contract chain used for smart contracts and dApps. Those 3 chains combine to make what is known as the primary network. And that is the basic structure of Avalanche. Avalanche obviously does have some quite strong competition who are all trying to offer relatively similar services, but it's important to note that Avax is currently at a lower market cap than these other chains, so there is still a lot more potential upside compared to something like Ethereum or Solana. Something interesting I did notice with Avax. Well, the price and the market cap have rallied quite significantly. For whatever reason, the total value locked does not seem to have rallied quite as much. Now, I'm not 100% sure why that is, but it can often be seen as a sign of potential manipulation going on with the current price action. Not always, but that is just something to bear in mind. Alright, we are going to dive into the charts and look at our price targets in just a second here. Just want to let you know about my brand new free Telegram group, which you can join using the link in the pinned comment. Just a chill place to chat about crypto, any questions you might have, we're all just having a good time. Briefly want to draw your attention over here to this, the total altcoin market cap, the market cap of every crypto excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now you'll see this level I have marked out here around about the $840 billion mark. And what that is, you can see here, is the dead cat bounce high of the prior cycle. We are currently on our way up to retest that level, and that is a very significant level because once we break over that level, that is when you are going to start seeing parabolic runs happening for altcoins. Obviously, some altcoins have been pumping a lot already, but on a whole, we have not seen huge parabolic runs yet, and that can only really start once we break over this level. Anyway, here we are on Avax. You can see we have a couple of things drawn up here. Of course, our support and resistance lines, but most notably this black uptrending line here stems all the way back from the 17th of November 2023. Now we broke through that, but did come down to retest it as support again on a couple occasions, here and here, but did come down to test it as support on a couple of occasions, here and here, before finally breaking down from it on the 3rd of January. You can see it then acted as resistance here, here, and now just recently on the 16th of March here, we have perfectly rejected from that line. If you're in any doubt about that line, you could even argue that it actually extends all the way down here. You can see that still all matches up nicely, and that takes the trend all the way back to October last year. Now, of course, in addition to that, we did have this resistance here at $59 to $60, which is strong because 60 whole numbers. people love whole numbers, but also you can see it did act as a significant level multiple times in the prior cycle as well. Now we are looking to have another shot at that $60 level. If we fail to break that, then we can still see a potential rejection back down to $50. Which we have seen now on multiple occasions over the past few days. Go on the 4-hour chart, you can get a better look at that. However, if we are able to break over this $59 to $60 level, we would of course be targeting this uptrending line. I would expect either of those things to play out again in the next couple of days. Now, once we reach that uptrending line, we are likely to reject from it again, which would probably bring us down to the $59 to $60 level again, which would be flipped as support. I would imagine we would then see a bit of consolidation here between $59 and $67 here. You can see $67, another significant level in the past. Now, I would expect that or a similar pattern to continue all the way up here. Let me just extend this line out a little bit here. Now, of course, during the parabolic phase of the bull run, we will inevitably break over this uptrending line. I personally anticipate that that will happen somewhere between the $67 to $80 level. Now, as soon as we do confirm a break over this line, we will of course flip it as support. And I would then expect a very quick continuation up to the next resistance level, whether that be this one at $80 or this one up here at $100. You can see I have marked both those levels out as significant by looking at the chart. Fairly self-explanatory for both, particularly this $100 level here. As you will know if you have watched any video on this channel before, I love my psychological milestones, and this $100 level is of course going to be a significant psychological milestone, so I would expect initially a rejection from that level, so a lot of people selling there. Likewise, after we eventually break 100, we continue on upwards to the 125 level. Again, self-explanatory, you can see significant psychological level as well. Nice whole number. Breaking that, continue on upwards to our all-time high at $147. From there, of course, we will be in price discovery, which means we have no historical data to go on. So we then resort to our significant whole numbers as targets. Again, down to psychology, so you would probably expect 175 and especially 200 here to be your big resistance zones. And beyond that is really pure speculation. Of course, all the way up we will still have this uptrending line, which I would expect to act as a significant support level all the way up here. So I would highly recommend drawing this line out, as well as all these lines I have put in here, and that will just give you a better picture of what's going on the chart. That's all for now, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to join the Telegram group in the pinned comment. YouTube thinks you'd enjoy one of these videos next. I've been me, you've been you. Thanks for watching, and see you later.